I'm a cool girl. I'm a cool girl. Ice cold. Don't know the rest of the song. Oh my gosh, this little girl's matching me. She's got Superstars on too. Quick, look. Turn around. But I mean, is she gonna be a sneakerhead growing up? I think she might. We just gotta get her to step up a notch with some Sean Wotherspoons. How cute would these look on her? Oh my god. And welcome back to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we'll be looking at the Adidas superstar Sean Wotherspoon Super Earth. Let's take a quick sneak peek. And welcome back to another unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up at the end. Also, feel free to leave me any comments or questions down below. Don't forget to hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on, as well as check out that join button. We've got a ton of membership perks that you guys are not going to want to miss out on, as well as our merch store. Be sure to check out those shade items that we've got in there. All right, so you guys are probably wondering, why are you doing this shoe? This came out a long time ago. Well, let me tell you, we have been backed up with shoes over here. And we are finally able to do an unboxing on this. And I actually wanted to wait because we got a special gift sent over from Sneakercon, actually, which is going to be the perfect pairing to discuss when we're going through this unboxing. So I'm going to actually, to start, bring out that Sneakercon item that was shipped to me recently. We're going to go through that, and then we're going to do the overlook of the Sean Wotherspoon Super Earth Adidas Superstars, followed by sizing on these shoes. Definitely actually ended up having to order these twice, just so you know. So sizing will be a very essential portion of the video. Then we're going to talk about styling. This is such a great shoe for the spring, so I'm actually glad that I'm doing this unboxing review now. So I brought together some great spring pieces, and then we are going to conclude with how these shoes are currently doing on the resale market. So let's bring out the Sneakercon box. Been waiting to open this with you guys, but look at how cool this is. So it's got this very like hippie-esque look to it. We got Sean Wotherspoon action figure on the front. As you guys know, I do love to dabble in some toys, specifically Funko Pops. So this was a pretty exciting gift to receive from Sneakercon. And I can't wait actually to attend my first Sneakercon, hopefully this year. As you guys know, it got pushed back towards the winter time. So hopefully I'll be able to attend that and get to meet some of you at my first sneaker event. So this is just a dope box. It's got Sneakercon on the back here, and it's got New York City Sneakercon on the front of the box. We've got some cool mushrooms and flowers. I feel like this box would look dope as someone who is high, to be honest with you. But we've got the Sean Wotherspoon Earth going on the top here. And this is just a very psychedelic, really cool box that this was packaged in. Very cool. so here we have it. Look how cool this is. So we've got round 2, which is the name of Sean Wotherspoon's store. And he's wearing this sweatshirt that's got, you know, some cool print on it. It's also got Sneakercon on the back. And we've got a Sneakercon hat on. But look how cool is this. He is wearing the Super Earth. So this is the perfect, most essential toy for me to actually pair when I go through the overview of this shoe. Because obviously his outfit fits perfectly. I don't even think I styled it as good as he did, but you know, you guys will have to wait and see how I styled it here in a second. All right, Sean, so we're just gonna have you hang there as we unbox this shoe and do the overview of it. So as I mentioned earlier, this is the Adidas superstar Sean Wotherspoon Super Earth, and this is definitely paying homage and giving back to the environment. It was very much inspired by the fact that Sean Wotherspoon is actually a vegan, and he really wanted to make a statement with it in a sense where, you know, he really is passionate about being vegan and really wants to implement that with the shoes and collaborations that he's doing. So when Adidas heard about that, they really wanted to adapt that within this collab that they did with him. So let's just take a look at the frontal portion of the shoe to start. There's a lot going on here. We have kind of almost that space hippie look on the front of the shell toe here, and it's because this is actually recycled rubber. So that's why you're seeing those specks in there. As we make our way up, we've got this dual combination of 2 colorways. We've got this light pink and this light blue on each side of the eyelets, and then on the tongue we have this really cool world. And it looks like this is actually, you know, something that's been drawn by Sean. So it's a very cool, picturesque look of the world there. See if I can pull it apart so you can see it better. And then we've got this cool emblem for the Super Earth on the top of that tongue. And we've got some perforation going on throughout and some just simple white laces. Though they do give you the option as well to either go with a pink or a yellow option. As you guys know, I love having options for laces, so I'm excited to actually mix and match this shoe. So let's take a closer look at those features. So now let's look at the medial and lateral panels of the shoe. This is probably my favorite part of the shoe, which these were actually drawn by Sean, and I think he did a great job with just drawing these really quirky flowers that they put on the side, and then they embroidered this, but instead of finishing the embroiderment on the side, or the embroidery on the side here, they actually left the excess string to kind of hang off. And I think that's very unique. It's different. This wraps around to both the medial and lateral side of the shoe, and they really did a great job with making this picturesque and adding some vibrant colors to it. This is definitely a statement type of shoe, so when I wear this shoe, people are definitely looking at me because it's so bright and it's so different. It's just a very creative, looks very handmade in a sense type of shoe. When we wrap around the back of the collar here, on the heel, you'll see we've got, again, this cool emblem with Super Earth, and then again, some more details in that embroidery for the floral print, again, with the string hanging off of it. And then as I look inside the insole, this is also a really cool part, which it's cork. And it's got Super Earth on the inside. Cork is really just a cool texture to add to shoes. So I do like that he actually added cork in this specific sneaker just because cork is actually highly renewable and it's extremely eco-friendly. It's actually one of the most eco-friendly materials in the world, which is pretty cool. So that makes sense why he added these cork insoles in addition to just giving this a very different, unique look. All right, so let's take a closer look at those details. All right, so let's go to the finishing touches on the shoe, which is the outsole. The outsole is predominantly composed of natural rubber from trees, 10% wasted rubber, and then 90% sustainably sourced natural rubber. And that's again why you're seeing these kind of particles throughout the midsole and onto the outsole. It's definitely got a lot of recycled materials and very much so reminds me of some of the space hippie renditions that Nike did. But overall, this is just a very sustainable, vegan friendly, which was his main focus with designing this shoe. So this shoe definitely is all about the environment. All right, so let's move on and talk about sizing. I'm typically a 7.5 in men's. I ordered a 7.5, but it is way too big. So I had to size down by half of a size. Still have a little bit of extra room in there, but definitely a size 7 fits me extremely way better than that 7.5. So I would recommend sizing down on the Superstars. This can be confusing at times depending on if it's a men's release, a woman's release, if it's gender neutral, but I have definitely in the past struggled with finding the right fit for my Superstars, but for this specific version, I would recommend sizing down on this one. All right, so now let's get into styling it. All right, so let's jump into styling. For the first look, I decided to go with a just short little plaid skirt. I tied that in with a gray sweater and layered that with a nice black leather coat. I feel like because this is so patterned already, I wanted to bring a different pattern into play with this. And I feel like the plaid just worked so well. And the different color schemes throughout the shoe just really made this shoe become the statement piece. Second look, I decided to wear a black pleated leather skirt. I layered that again with two different layers. So a denim shirt, and then on top of that, I wore a green Adidas collab coat on top of that. And underneath I wore my Kith crew neck. I think the green in that jacket just really worked so well with this. There's subtle greens throughout this shoe, just nice accents, which I really wanted to pull from in that second look. For the last and final look, I decided to go with some white pants. As we're moving to the spring, that's right, I'm bringing some of my white pants out. So I thought that white was just a perfect pairing because of these colors that are really kind of just standing out because of the white underlays underneath them. I also wanted to bring some red tones out of this, so that's why I wore my Isabel Marant hoodie underneath, and then I layered that again with a denim and plaid jacket. I think that plaid just goes so well with these floral prints that you see throughout the shoe, and the floral print also had some nice green hues in it again, so I wanted to play on a darker green concept, but I think it still worked well with the color scheme of this shoe. All right, so you guys let me know out of those 3 outfits what was your favorite, but now I want to talk about how I styled these shoes with socks. This was such a fun shoe to style with just because there's a lot going on, and it really just gives you so much room to play with colors. Again, you guys already know I love my Tabio socks, so all 3 socks that I styled today were all Tabio socks, which is a Japanese brand. They make the highest quality socks. So if you guys love any of these socks, be sure to click the link in the description down below. But for that plaid skirt, I decided to wear some high kind of knee socks for this one in this marigold coloring scheme. These socks are so great too. They do not fall down. They will stay up on your leg all day. So this yellow just really popped so well with these shoes. I know it's not the exact yellow, but for some reason this tone just worked even better than if I had had these in a lighter toned yellow color scheme. But I think that this was just a nice kind of different height of sock that I wanted to give variation to with this shoe, and I think it just really worked very well. For the second look, I decided to bring a little sparkle into the mix. So this is just kind of a metallic-y silver sparkle sock, and it goes over the ankle, so it's a little bit longer in style, but I felt like this kind of sparkly tone really just played well with the designs. It made it very fun and quirky, and it was more of a subtle hue, so this kind of just took a back seat to the colors that pop off the shoe. For the last and final look, I decided to go with these Tabio kind of ruffled tabby toe socks, and this is just a nice dark charcoal gray. I think that having like a neutral color tone really is going to work so well with these shoes, just because, you know, it definitely is going to be more of a neutral tone in comparison to wearing a brighter sock if you want the shoe to just pop. But the frills at the top of the sock just really made it fun and quirky as well. So let me know also, what was your favorite sock pairing? conclude with how the resale is going for these shoes currently. These shoes retailed at $110, and right now it's not a bad deal. Like, if you didn't get these, obviously depending on your size, they're going between $145 to $290. All right, you guys, that's it for this unboxing and review. Again, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Leave me any comments or questions down below, as well as hit the notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on. As well as be sure to check out our join button. We've got a lot of membership perks and our Shade store. All right, this is Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill. We will see you on the next video.